The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Adena Springs South, Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Jerry Parks Insurance Group, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, and Tampa Bay Downs.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring the latest Grade 1 stakes victory by a talented filly in the Delaware Handicap, along with the latest winner of the Grade 2 Indiana Derby for Bob Baffert. We begin with older horses at Indiana Grand in the Michael G. SCHAEFER Memorial Stakes. General A-Rod, the 2-to-1 favorite, Bill Downs picks up the call.
General A-Rod and Bordini, these two spar for the lead as Bordini lets it out another notch. Departing's on the outside third, the opening half in 48 3/5. And then in fourth, that's Rocket Time to the outside of Aces High. Ulaanbaatar, the winner of this race last year, is in third last, 5.5 lengths off the lead. Geothermal is in second last, and Curlin's Pride trails the field. Departing, challenging for the lead to the outside of Bordini. Rocket Time is on the far outside. General A-Rod has dropped back, and then it's Geothermal who's in fifth and 6 lengths off the lead. 3/16 to go. It's Departing who's forged to the front. Bordini is back in second, and then it's Rocket Time in third. Lots of horses going for fourth, including Geothermal. Deep stretch. It's Departing. Departing almost has $2 million in earnings. Wins this race by 2 over Rocket Time.
Departing by Claiborne Farm Snag and Warfront, and racing in the colors of Claiborne Farm, defeats Rocket Time by 2 lengths. Brian Hernandez Jr. aboard in 140 4. A 4-time graded stakes winner for trainer Al Stahl, Departing making his first start for Thomas Drury Jr. The 6-year-old gelding was bred in Kentucky by his owners, Claiborne Farm and Adele Dilschneider. Departing has banked $1,928,000. Access Thoroughbred Week replays every Saturday on Thoroughbred Daily News at thetdn.com. To Woodbine for fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Ontario Matron Stakes. Flip Cup, the 2-to-1 favorite, Robert Geller has the call.
48 4 was the half-mile time at Midnight Miley, off at the 3.5 turn by 6 lengths. Sweater Weather, Galena Point remains second and third, and on the outside, Hot Kiss, then London Tower, Miss Chatterlane running on. Moon Rainbow's gone past Flip Cup, who's last, and well back is Mink Surprise. Midnight Miley trying to steal the Ontario Matron, and they turn inside the quarter, and Midnight Miley is 4.5 lengths in front. In second, Sweater Weather, Galena Point the outside, Hot Kiss down the outer, and Miss Chatterlane. Midnight Miley trying to run them ragged inside the furlong, and Midnight Miley, they're not catching her. Midnight Miley has done this in explosive fashion. Midnight Miley, a huge winner, 4.5 lengths.
27-1 Midnight Miley scores the front-running upset, officially by 4 lengths over Miss Chatelaine. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Rafael Hernandez aboard in 143 3. A stakes winner over the track and trip last fall, Midnight Miley finished third in the Sweetbriar Stakes in her seasonal debut. The 4-year-old filly by Midnight Loot was bred in Kentucky by Mark Seacrest and was a $45,000 Keeneland September yearling. Midnight Miley has earned nearly $217,000. Julia Carey trains the winner for Little Red Feather Racing. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series.
The best seek fame and fortune. The best is elegance at 120 decibels. The best run all day and party all night. The best are speed, power, and grace. The Breeders' Cup, with 13 championship races and $28 million in purses and awards, the best is yet to come.
In the back, she sells $850,000.
$500,000, thank you.
In the back, $460,000. $400,000, thank you.
$500,000.
$400,000, Patrick, thank you.
$420,000.
$425,000.
Rogers Way, $500,000.
What kind of a horse is this?
And now a Florida Thoroughbred history moment. In 1956, a small, feisty horse from Florida named Needles and his owners Jack Dudley and Bonnie Heath shocked the racing world, winning the Kentucky Derby. Needles proved that champions with modest pedigrees could be grown in the Sunshine State, thanks to the limestone-rich soil and spring water. His wild acclaim created the horse capital of the world that we know today. This has been a Florida Thoroughbred History Moment.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine State. Until now. Adena Springs presents three-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Eddie Reed Stakes coming up in the segment. We begin with turf fillies and mares at Del Mar in the Grade 2 Yellow Ribbon Handicap. The field included last year's winner, She's Not Here, but the 2-to-1 favorite was Nancy from Nairobi. Trevor Denman has the call.
They head past a half mile in the yellow ribbon, and Her Eminency still showing the way. Up alongside comes Kerry Bell. Prize Exhibit decides to kick for home early, and Prize Exhibit has made them sprint early now. Those three line up into the turn. Right behind them, She's Not Here, travelling well enough in the 4 spot, needs to pick a spot to run. Then comes Finest City. In behind that, Queen of the Sand. Nancy from Nairobi still has 7 to make up with Fresh Feline. Top of the lane in the yellow ribbon now. And coming to take them on is Prize Exhibit in the brown cap. Down the outside of the track, coming with a late run as well now is Fresh Feline, winding away between runners. Down the centre, She's Not Here. She's Not Here. Fresh Feline flying on the inside. She's Not Here, keeping her at bay. She's Not Here will win it. And She's Not Here's won the yellow ribbon.
She's Not Here holds off Fresh Feline by a neck to repeat as winner of the yellow ribbon. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Drayden Van Dyke aboard in 1:42.3. Since winning this race last year, the Vicki Oliver trainee had been off the board in her last 5 starts. The 5-year-old mare by Street Cry was bred in Kentucky by Hermitage Farm and Darley. She's Not Here has earned nearly $404,000 for G. Watts Humphrey Jr. and St. George Farm Racing. The filly was consigned by Hermitage Farm to the 2012 Keeneland September yearling sale, where she was purchased by G. Watts Humphrey for $190,000. Grade 2 Yellow Ribbon Handicap winner She's Not Here, the Keeneland Sells Graduate of the Week. To Belmont Park for turf milers in the Forbidden Apple Stakes. Grade 1 winner Force the Pass, the 4-to-5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
Around the far turn, King Kreesa and Force the Pass just keeps on getting closer now. The lead is down to a neck as they make their way around the far turn. And then comes Lou Bash. Interpretation to the inside. Brickyard Kitten is last as King Kreesa is trying to hold off this challenge of Force the Pass. And they'll turn for home together. 3/4 goes up in 109.4, so the pace has really picked it up here. It is King Kreesa. Force the Pass draws even. Tapitation and Lou Bash are trying to get involved late. It is still King Kreesa. King Kreesa gamely holding off Force the Pass. The two of them down to the wire. Tapitation third. Here's the finish. King Kreesa and Force the Pass.
2-to-1 second choice, King Kreesa holds off odds-on favorite Force the Pass by a nose to repeat as winner of the Forbidden Apple. Arad Ortiz Jr. aboard the New York bred in 1:33 flat. A 2-time winner of the Grade 3 Poker Stakes, the David Dong trainee had been winless in his last 6 starts. The 7-year-old gelding by King Kugat was bred in New York by Horse Partners. King Kreesa has earned $1,256,000 for Gerald and Susan Cressa. Derby Den freshman sire Dialed In was represented by two new winners last Saturday. His colt Gunavera won a Gulfstream Park maiden special, and his filly Rough Enough captured the Princess Margaret Stakes on debut. Back to Del Mar for the Grade 2 Eddie Reed Stakes. Midnight Storm, the 8-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Dedman.
They head towards the half-mile pole, and it's still Midnight Storm at the rail and Bolo. Those two have opened up to lead by 3. Sea Sage pretty keen to go on from the third spot. Ashley Love Sugar in a good striking position on the far side. Then it's Ohio. Behind that comes Flamboyant. They followed by Texas, Riano, Patentar on the far side, and Finnegan's Wake now only 6 covers them all. 3/8 of a mile to go in the Eddie Reed now, and it's Midnight Storm going on with it. Bolo's having to be asked to keep up with him. Ashley Love Sugar's coming after them from third, and Sea Sage looks for rail at the running room at the rail. Flamboyant and Ohio. Homeward bound, wide open. Here's Sea Sage getting a dream run at the rail. Sea Sage, Ashley Love Sugar. Flamboyant on the outside is in there, and Midnight Storm's hanging tough. Any one of 4. Midnight Storm, Ashley Love Sugar, Sea Sage at the rail on the outside. Flamboyant, driving finish. Midnight Storm won the Eddie Reed.
Midnight Storm by Windstar Farm Stallion Pioneer of the Nile takes it by half a length over Ashley Love Sugar. Rafael Bejarano aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 147-4. Winner of the Grade 2 Del Mar Derby at 3 and the Grade 2 Seabiscuit Handicap last fall, Midnight Storm is 4 for 5 over the Del Mar turf. The Phil D'Amato trainee was coming off a front running score in the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile. The 5-year-old horse was bred in Kentucky by Alex Veneri and Marjorie Post Dye. Midnight Storm has earned $981,000 for Veneri Racing and Little Red Feather Racing. Spendthrift Farm Stallion Malibu Moon has sired 10 Grade 1 winners, including Acorn Stakes winner Karina Mia. Malibu Moon has also been represented by 2016 Millionaire Stanford and rising 3-year-old Donegal Moon. Malibu Moon is currently available for breeding on Southern Hemisphere time.
Danza and Permanent Campaign streaking onto the line together, and Danza wins by a half length.
And Danza is the leader of the Arkansas Derby in a sparkling performance, is making short work of the Arkansas Derby field. Danza is the boss as he wins by 5.
Don't miss your opportunity to attend the next Thoroughbred Owner Conference being held at Santa Anita Park, October 31st through November 3rd, the same week of the 2016 Breeders' Cup Championships. Enjoy a great lineup of speakers and topics, plus be part of the close position draw for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Your conference registration also includes reserved grandstand seating for both days of the Breeders' Cup. The Thoroughbred Owner Conference, October 31st through November 3rd at Santa Anita. Register now at ownerview.com.
Now a Florida Thoroughbred history moment. Founded in 1956, Ocala Stud is the oldest active thoroughbred farm in Florida and a pioneer in the thoroughbred industry. The landmark Ocala Stud's message is simply put, if you want a runner, look to Ocala Stud. Ocala Stud revolutionized the worldwide industry, creating 2-year-old in training sales. Now represented by the 3rd generation of the O'Farrell family, the farm's reputation as a top producer of thoroughbreds makes them a symbol of excellence. This has been a Florida Thoroughbred history moment.
A Florida-bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida-bred.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Indiana Derby coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 Indiana Oaks. Family Tree, the 7-5 favorite. Bill Downs has the call.
As they reach the backstretch, Sweet Legacy, first quarter, almost in 24 2/5, has a lead by a half length. over MZ on the outside, harassing in second. And then it's Family Tree. Minds and Magic covered up along the inside in third. And then in fifth, that is Miss Elaney, who's only 3 lengths off the lead. Walkabout is deep on the course. Dream Dance behind horses will have to be patient, and Dothraki Queen is at the back. The whole field's covered by 5 lengths. The half mile, not that quick. 49 and 4/5 onto the far turn. Sweet Legacy on top. MZ and Bejarano outside second, as it's Family Tree in contention outside in third. Minds and Magic towards the inside. Walkabout is now threatening on the outside. Walkabout is in third, and Dothraki Queen winding up for the back of the pack, also making a run. Minds and Magic as they turn into the stretch, and it's Family Tree forging to the front. MZ is battling on towards the inside, and then it's Minds and Magic third. Walkabout's in fourth. They run to the 16th pole, and it's Family Tree. Family Tree opens up in the Indiana Oaks, and Family Tree has won it. It will win by 3 lengths.
Family Tree, the winner by 3 lengths over MZ for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Julianne Leperoux aboard in 1:44 and 2. Since being reunited with trainer Wayne Catalano, Family Tree is 2 for 2, including a victory in the Grade 3 Iowa Oaks. The filly by Smart Strike was bred in Kentucky by Del Ridge Farm and Samson Farm. It was a $225,000 Keeneland September yearling. Family Tree has earned nearly $427,000 for Gary and Mary West. Julianne Leperoux with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. 3-year-old turf milers at Del Mar in the Oceanside Stakes. European import Moonlight Drive, the 2-1 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
They spread out over a lot of ground as they head to the half-mile pole. Imperious one along the inside, and Mr. Rory, they lead it by almost 4. Hollywood Don's in third. Now here's Moonlight Drive, a comfortable fourth, just 4.5 off that leader. Been followed then by Path of David. On the inside of them comes Arcatur, who's now 7 off these leaders. In behind that comes Diplodocus. Monster B is on the far side. Dressed in Ermay, going very well, but about 7 off them. But Dressed in Ermay will come running late, and Baden is starting to wind up from last as well. They come to the top of the lane, they turn the pressure on. Imperious one along the inside. Now it is Moonlight Drive in the black cap. Moonlight Drive now gets the lead. On the outside, Monster B is running a huge one as well. Late run down at the rail from Diplodocus, but it's Monster B who's gone right on by, and Monster B too good. Monster B wins by almost 3 in the Oceanside.
12-1 Monster B runs by Moonlight Drive to defeat the favorite by 2 1/4 lengths. Gary Stevens aboard in 1:35 and 4. An allowance winner at Churchill Downs and his latest for Mark Casse, Monster B making his Southern California debut for trainer Peter Miller. The 3-year-old gelding by Hat Trick was bred in Kentucky by Robert Trussell and originally sold for $2,000 as a yearling. Gary Barber acquired the winner privately as a 2-year-old. Monster B has earned nearly $180,000. For all your insurance needs, a specialist at Jerry Parks Insurance Group is there to assist you with 40 years of exceptional coverage. Look for Jerry Parks, John Casse, or Kelly Weeks at upcoming sales. Turf 3-year-olds at Delaware Park in the Grade 3 Kent Stakes. American Patriot, the 9-5 favorite. John Curran has the call.
Half goes in 48 and 1. Still comfortable fractions for Hill Pay by a length and a quarter over Keystone for victory. American Patriot toward the inside, up on the outside, still 3 wide, it's Mighty Mo. 2 lengths to Mayatap, followed by Inspector Lindley, and Converge continues at the rear as they race into the turn. They've still got to catch Hill Pay. Keystone for victory is chasing. American Patriot with a perfect trip so far on the rail. Mighty Mo up on the outside, then still a length and a half to Mayatap, Inspector Lindley, and Converge. Not much has changed down the backside, and they've still got Hill Pay and Giroux to catch. They cut the 6 in 1/12 flat as they turn for home. Hill Pay continues to show the way, but American Patriot has had a great trip on the outside, now challenging. Here comes American Patriot to take on Hill Pay. These two will fight it out. Inspector Lindley is closing well, as is Converge, but American Patriot edging away. Hill Pay is game. American Patriot will prevail. Hill Pay getting second. Inspector Lindley up for third.
The favorite American Patriot by Claiborne Farm Stag and Warfront defeats 17-1 Hill Pay by a length and a half. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Jose Ortiz up in course record time of 1:47 flat. A maiden winner at Keeneland in the spring and an allowance winner at Belmont Park last month, the Todd Pletcher trainee records his first stakes victory. The colt was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Windstar Farm. American Patriot has earned nearly $213,000. Back to Indiana Grand for the Grade 2 Indiana Derby. Cupid, the 9-5 favorite. Once again, here's Bill Downs.
And they're off in the Indiana Derby. Good start, Pilot House, cocked and loaded. The player is in between horses. Now Cupid rushed up on the outside. Call the Colonel goes with that one. And will be Cupid, the gray, on the outside. Cocked and loaded second, Pilot House towards the inside. As the player shifts to the outside, Call the Colonel's outside of him in fifth. Discreet Lover tucked in sixth. Toronto's in seventh. Take It to the Edge is in eighth and 7 lengths off the lead. A length back to Star Hill, then a gap of 3 lengths further to Cherry Wine, who's towards the inside and about 12 lengths off of the lead. Followed up next by What Everybody Wants, who is in second last. And 3 lengths to Seeking Blame, who trails the field. First quarter, 23 2/5. Pilot House has a lead. Cupid on the outside in second. Cocked and loaded, 3 wide in third. The player in a tracking position deep on the course in fourth. Then 3 further lengths back to Call the Colonel and Discreet Lover. They're fifth and sixth. Toronto's is in seventh. Star Hill now launching around the outside in eighth. In ninth, that is Take It to the Edge, who's about 9 lengths off the lead. Cherry Wine and What Everybody Wants are third and second last, and Seeking Blame trails the field. The half in 46 3/5, and Cupid takes over the lead from Pilot House. Cocked and loaded now loses second to the player. The player, the immediate danger, and Star Hill from far back, hooked to the far outside as they turn into the stretch in the Indiana Derby. It's Cupid who's homeward bound, has a lead by 2 lengths. The player's all out in second, and then it's Star Hill in third. A final furlong to go. Cupid, the lead's a length. The player's trying to pass on the outside second. Deep stretch. It's Cupid and the player and Cupid. Cupid wins the Indiana Derby.
Cupid holds off the challenge of the player by 3/4 of a length. Rafael Bejarano aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 1:43 1. Winner of the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes in March, Cupid regains his winning form after finishing 10th as the odds-on favorite in the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby, followed by a distant 5th in the Easy Goer Stakes. The colt by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by JKG Thoroughbreds and was a $900,000 Keeneland September yearling. The 4th winner of the Indiana Derby for Bob Baffert, Cupid has earned $880,000 for Michael Tabor, Mrs. John Magner, and Derek Smith. Coming up, the latest Grade 1 victory by a talented filly.
Mama Joyce to kick off the early pick 4 with an easy win.
It's First Heritage in front. First Heritage begins to edge away.
Stick Stately Dude gets there and pulls away in the end.
But here's Floradora on the outside, and it's the New York Invader, Floradora, to win it.
Since Florida's first Kentucky Derby winner, Needles, in 1956, Florida has produced 50 national champions,
the 11th Triple Crown winner,
13 classic winners, 155 millionaires, memorable performances, and 26 Breeders' Cup winners. Produce your next champion in Florida.
Now a Florida Thoroughbred history moment. Founded in 1956, Ocala Stud is the oldest active thoroughbred farm in Florida and a pioneer in the thoroughbred industry. The landmark Ocala Stud's message is simply put, if you want a runner, look to Ocala Stud. Ocala Stud revolutionized the worldwide industry, creating 2-year-old in training sales. Now represented by the 3rd generation of the O'Farrell family, the farm's reputation as a top producer of thoroughbreds makes them a symbol of excellence. This has been a Florida Thoroughbred history moment.
Claiborne Farm presents Algorithms. The son of Bernardini was undefeated, including a dominant 5-length victory over champion Hansen in the Holy Bull. Full or half-brother to 4 graded stakes winners, Algorithms has the pedigree, the speed, and the class to become the next star in this sensational sire line. His first crop 2-year-olds have posted lightning-fast breeze times and sales up to $180,000. Algorithms at Claiborne Farm.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. Fillies and mares in the Grade 1 Delaware Handicap. I'm a Chatterbox, the 3-5 favorite. Here's the call by John Curran.
And they're off in the Delaware Handicap. Appears to be a good start. I'm a Chatterbox veered in at the break there. There's some crowding down toward the inside as Mei Ling comes out on top after that break. Into the main course they go with Mei Ling showing the way. Penwith racing second. I'm a Chatterbox was in a bit tight quarters. Has to angle to the outside and making a 3-wide move down the home stretch the first time. Mei Ling leads it by a neck as they've got a mile to go. I'm a Chatterbox now moves up alongside. 2 lengths to Penwith and paid up subscriber toward the rail. Malaya's caught 3 wide around the bend and Money's on Charlotte will take up the rear about 6 lengths off that lead. It's Mei Ling on the inside for Ortiz, and up on the outside, Giroux has I'm a Chatterbox. 2 lengths to paid up subscriber. Good trip going with the rail. Followed by Malaya caught 3 wide. Penwith next in line between horses, and Money's on Charlotte is at the back. Opening quarter went in 23-3. They went the opening half in a solid 47-3. 6 furlongs to go, and Mei Ling on the front end by a length and a quarter over I'm a Chatterbox. A length and a half to long shot Malaya. Paid up subscriber toward the inside, racing in fourth. A length further back, the Money's on Charlotte and Penwith. Now your trailer, but still only 5 lengths top to bottom with 5/8 to go. On the front end, it's still Mei Ling and Ortiz nursing that one along. A length to the favorite, I'm a Chatterbox. 2 lengths to Malaya on the outside of paid up subscriber trying to get underway. Money's on Charlotte with the rail, and Penwith continues to trail. They went the 6-1, 12-4. They've got a half to go, and Mei Ling still to catch. I'm a Chatterbox right there. Then a gap of 2 lengths. Paid up subscribers trying to make a run. Money's on Charlotte is drop back. Penwith trying to move up from the back in Malaya. Right now, 3 with a shot it appears. Here comes Giroux, and I'm a Chatterbox to take on Mei Ling. Paid up subscribers under a drive. 5 lengths further back to Penwith as they turn for home. I'm a Chatterbox to catch. Leads it by a half. Mei Ling is gamely trying to battle back. Paid up subscribers making a run. A furlong to go. Giroux's all out on I'm a Chatterbox. Paid up subscriber in the second. She's going after the leader. It's I'm a Chatterbox by 2. Paid up subscribers trying, but I'm a Chatterbox is digging in. She'll win the Del Cap. I'm a Chatterbox by 2 1/4.
I'm a Chatterbox scores by 2 1/4 over paid up subscriber, then has to withstand a claim of foul before the victory is official. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Florent Giroux aboard in 2:02 3. Disqualified from an apparent victory in the Grade 1 Coaching Club American Oaks last July, I'm a Chatterbox finally scored at the top level by capturing the Grade 1 Cotillion Stakes in September. The Larry Jones trainee prepped for the Del Cap with an 8.5 length victory in the Obeah Handicap at Delaware Park. The 4-year-old filly by Munnings was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Fletcher and Carolyn Gray. I'm a Chatterbox has banked $1,835,000. I'm a Chatterbox paid $320 to win, and it's the Malone's Favorite of the Week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.